Hello and welcome to They Think It's All Over. It's the last programme in the series, and with Gary leading by 4 programmes to 2, the tension tonight is completely non-existent. With David and Lee, a former sports presenter who went on to rock the world of morning TV by never being caught shoplifting or wearing women's clothes. Nick Owen. On Gary and Rory's team is a comedian who's often seen at Wembley Stadium. He's the one hovering over the ground with Goodyear stamped on his arse. Bill Jupitus. We start the ball rolling with our goal celebrations round. We see a goal being scored and then celebrated. We want to know what story lay behind the celebration. David, Lee and Nick. Here's Sheffield Wednesday's David Hurst scoring in the 5-2 defeat by Everton last season.
And here comes the Greaser. Can he pick out Hurst? He can. Here's a great opportunity for David Hurst. He takes it.
It's a batting action, so if I could just confer with Nick for a moment.
Yeah, please do.
Now, you should confer with David because he did the shot and then he started walking. Did you notice that?
He's a cricket nut, and perhaps Sheffield Wednesday have had someone brought in like Jeff Boycott to make them more flamboyant or something like that.
I think he was hypnotised by Paul McKenna, and every so often he thinks he's a cricketer. A very similar experience Dave underwent in the 70s. I mean, we're still trying to get him out of it. Dave, come on.
Are you on tour at the moment?
I'm on tour at the moment, Nick. Thank you.
You got a CD, have you, out at the moment?
I've got a CD out at the moment. Yeah, I haven't quite worked out how to put it back in.
Great.
But
And a book?
I brought a book out on cricketing tips, and it's just one page. It says, Dave, don't bother.
Do we get a point or not?
No.
You feel a bit like Anne Diamond.
Very much.
Yeah, only a bit like Anne Diamond, to be honest.
Gary, Steve?
Was it his 6th goal or their 6th goal?
Hit the 6, that's it.
And he sort of like...
They were 5-0 down, weren't they? And
No,
they needed 6 to win, and he got him the 6.
Rory, they weren't. You don't celebrate like that when you're 5-0 down.
I'm tempted to give you a point because you're on the right line, so I'm going to give you a point for that. Here is the other boy Hurst to explain what actually it meant.
It was my 100th league goal, and me and Guy Whittingham before the game, if I got the goal, he'd come up and bowl towards me. I'd play a cricket shot and obviously celebrate my century.
To celebrate Hurst's century, the Wednesday players went out on a pub crawl, and manager David Pleat went out on a curb crawl. Ian Wright told me to say that. Hey, Rory and Phill, action from this season's Coca-Cola Cup for you. It's Ipswich versus Fulham.
So the First Division side still trail here at Craven Cottage, but they have threatened to do something about it. And Simon Milton's done just that. That's a terrific goal.
So how do you account for that?
Did he want to break into the media, and he thought if he played dead, he might get to present his own chat show on daytime television?
Leave it, Nick. Leave it. It's not worth it. We'll have him later.
Was he doing an impression of Danny Behrman being picked up by 3 footballers at once?
I think he just got carried away.
Boom, boom! Oh, thank God this is the last in the series.
It's not an extract from the zany new No Holds Barred, They Think It's All Over Christmas video, is it?
What, $14.99 at most shops?
Excellent value, isn't it?
This seems really pathetic. Is it just that the geezer was just injured a lot? Was he injured loads?
Yeah, I'll give you 3 points for that, yeah. Here is goal scorer Simon Milton to tell us.
Well, it was my 2nd game of the season, having missed the first 7 through injury. So it was the fact that I'd spent more time on the treatment table than I had on the football pitch. So it was the old stretcher routine.
Ipswich Town there, who go by the nickname of Town. You just love that razor-sharp East Anglian wit. The Ipswich chairman goes by the curious name of David Sheepshanks. But if you think that's embarrassing, Fulham's chairman is called Jimmy Hill. Okay, so you've got 3 points there, and at the end of that round, David's team have 0 and Gary's team have 4. On to our injury board round now, 12 numbers to choose from, each revealing a sporting celebrity and an object. We want to know how that object injured the sportsperson and prevented them from competing. David's team first. You want to pick a number?
We have an easy 1, please.
Number 1. Okay. Yeah. I'm sure you'll recognise that stalwart of the Torquay United defence, Jim McNichol, and equally that stalwart of the Devon and Cornwall Constabulary, Ginger. So what did Ginger do to hurt Jim?
Could he just, like, not return his phone calls?
Well, that's certainly true.
You know, it's like you
Well, where would he keep the change?
Some phone calls are really cheap at the moment.
I don't really know. What sort of prices are we looking at?
You want to reverse the charges when you make a call, so it doesn't make any difference to you.
Well, I only do it to you, mate. I reverse the charges to you, and then you let me breathe like that. Because I'm an asthmatic, that's why I do it. Have you ever shagged an asthmatic? It's quite passionate.
Did McNichol try to grab his helmet?
Is it like walkie-talkie? That's quite funny.
You chuckle, brother.
Did Ginger
Yeah.
mistake him for an Arsenal player and just arrest him?
No, police dogs don't actually do the arresting.
Well,
Neither do they wear hats, for God's sake.
was the dog giving fleas? What's known in the game as a...
Can we just let David finish this?
Yeah, go on.
Don't call my bluff.
It's not that important.
Go on, Dave, can we do that
It's
again?
what's known in the game as a flea transfer.
You're going to be sighs of relief around the country when old Dr. Beeching comes back to replace us.
Did the dog bite him when he took the lead after 10 minutes?
Have you got a rag mag with you? The dog obviously bit him, but I'd like to know the significance of the dog biting him. The dog biting him brought on another incident in the game.
What, rabies?
I'm going to give you 1 point for the dog biting him. That's fairly obvious, isn't it? Here's what happened. In 1987, Torquay were 2-1 down to Crewe and 8 minutes away from going out of the league, when Ginger ran on and bit McNichol. During the dog-related injury time that followed, Torquay scored the equaliser that kept them in the league, and Ginger was given the freedom of the city, although I'm sure he'd have preferred a bowl of Winalop. Apparently, when the equaliser went in, the opposition fans started chanting, "Who's the bastard in the fur?" So, Gary's team, what number do you want?
6 will do.
Number 6, okay. Right, that's Scottish 800 metres runner David Strang and an elephant. So how did a pachyderm bring down Scotland's finest?
To improve his short-term memory, they fed him the pituitary glands of elephants in his diet.
This is turning into Call My Bluff.
It didn't improve his memory, but he can now shove currant buns up his arse with his knob.
Damn, that's my bun up his arse with his knob joke gone. Bloody hell.
Did 4 of them get in his mini?
Oh dear. When did you finish at school?
Was he having a tinkle on the ivories?
Incidentally, it might be interest you to know that at school, Gary's nickname was Dumbo. not because of his ears.
Because he had an 8-foot cock.
There's barely room for our legs under here, I'll tell you.
I think you'll find if you look in my contract, all 8-foot cock jokes are mine. Actually. We'll get him sacked from Football Focus before he knows it. You watch. Come on, any more ideas?
Happy with that.
Was he in a grey tracksuit, maybe?
No! No!
With a she-elephant's mask on.
Wearing obsession for elephants.
Produce his personal best.
Now I'm going to have to hand it across.
What makes you think we give a f*** anyway?
Well, nothing you've done in the 3 series so far.
So,
Okay, yeah, we'd love to have a go.
we'll have a wild stab at this cap.
Yep.
There you go. Was he in the Tarzan film and forgot to say the word ungower?
No, the answer is, in fact, that David Strang, while training in South Africa, visited a safari park and got elephant tick fever from the tiny parasite that lives on an elephant. It was the most suffering caused by a tiny parasite since Eric Hall became an agent. And at the end of that round, David's team have 1 and Gary's team have 4. In this round, we ask what's going on. We play our team some bizarre sporting action and ask them to explain what's happening. This week, both our clips involve weird Eurosports. David's team, have a look at this.
That's Gary's 8-foot cock.
So, what was that all about then?
You said Eurosports?
Yeah.
Switzerland?
Switzerland, good.
Yeah, because they looked a bit sort of, didn't they? Lederhosen and funny hats
Yeah.
and stuff. Points or not for that?
No.
Is it the Swiss Army on manoeuvres? They've not had a war for so long, they've completely lost the touch. You know? Lost the plot. I think it was the World Kite Flying Championships, and it was that infamous year when all the string was stolen. I think what it is, right, is the geezer with the Gary Lineker, right? What he does, he whacks a ball, and the other fellas, they have to chuck those things up in the air to stop it going over.
It's a sort of Swiss version of Bat and Trap, isn't it?
Is that Cockney rhyming thing?
Swiss version of that. Yeah, I'll give you the points for that. I'll give you the points for that, yeah. Yeah, here's Mr. Sport himself, Charles Eade, to fill us in.
Here's something new. Just watch this fella. I'll explain later. Oh, what a swipe! 200 or 300 yards that disc has gone, and here are the opposition players trying to stop it with wooden balls. Actually, it is one of the most popular games in Switzerland. It is called La Hornus.
La Hornus is still, despite the age of that clip, the second most popular pastime in Switzerland after Nazi gold embezzling. La Hornus. La Hornus, a game in which a small projectile fired by a flexible cane is brought down by a team of men holding estate agents' placards. And it still makes more sense than American football. Gary's team, here's your clip. You will in fact be able to work out the answer if you listen carefully to the commentary and if you can speak fluent Finnish. So what do we think was going on there?
Young Conservatives? Is it an extract from a very, 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 very soft porn video?
It's like marriage guidance video, doesn't it?
Mm-hmm.
You carry your wife over these obstacles as you do through life.
That's not... Yeah, I'll give you 3 points for that. All right. Yeah, it was in fact highlights of this year's World Wife Carrying Championships, held annually in Finland. The championships are open to anyone from any country who can pick up a woman and run off with her as fast as he can. This year's hot favourite is the Bishop of Argyll. Will Carling was recently disqualified from the British version when he picked up someone else's wife and ran away with her. So at the end of that round, David's team have 4 and Gary's team have 7. This next round proves that some things don't mix. English cricket and success, Arsenal and the law, and of course sport and poetry. We have some lines of verse for each side, and what we want to know is, what are the next lines? David's side first. This is your offering, penned by none other than Paul Gascoigne.
Now please don't worry about a thing. I know I'm getting thinner, but at the back of my mind...
I only want my dinner.
I think you've gone too clever. This is Paul Gascoigne, remember?
Is this a poem by Gaz, or is this just his entire autobiography?
I think it doubles up.
It doubles up, right? I don't think there are any more words. I think he was distracted by a pint.
Did this inspire that well-known chant, he's fat, he's round, he writes like Ezra Pound, is it?
And where exactly is this well known? Is this Glasgow Rangers versus the Bloomsbury set?
No, Bloomsbury Stoke, actually.
It's got to be winner, isn't it?
Maybe it is.
Is that like a hint?
Yeah.
What is that?
No flies on you.
No, there are actually. Manuel, brush them off.
In the back of my mind, I'll always be a winner.
I'll give you that, it's close enough, yeah.
We got points.
Here is the full stanza.
I'm natural.
Now, please don't worry about a thing. I know I'm getting thinner, but at the back of my mind, there'll only be one winner.
That was from Gaz's poem, Just Me, written in hospital soon after his knee injury in 1991. His wife Cheryl also wrote a poem when she was in the hospital having a baby. Curiously, it was also called Just Me. Like his fellow poet, Shelley, he went to Italy, and curiously enough, like Shelley, he died on his arse out there. Okay, Gary's team, your wordsmith is 9-year-old Frederick Motson, son of John.
I dreamt last night that my boots had turned into jelly sweets, with licorice strings for laces, studs made out of dolly mixtures. Lights flooded on, and in came Dad.
So?
What an anorak, he's so sad. The lights flooded on, and in came Dad, who said, "Where's those magic mushrooms I had?"
Lights flooded on, and in came Dad and said, "Is that poetry you're writing, son?" Can I have a look?
Was that an intruder in there?
I don't know.
It wasn't Motson, was it?
It's a vague neo-Motti-esque. Well, for God's sake, his son sounded like, "I dreamt last night that my boots had turned into jelly sweets." Yeah, that's a 9-year-old son, if ever I heard one.
Fair enough.
I'm John Motson's son. I'm 9.
I bet he's very popular at school, isn't he?
Hey, Motson, you're a wanker, you are.
Who are you calling a wanker? Hello, Mother, Father, I'm home.
Georgie Best, superstar, looks like a woman and he wears a bra.
Could you help me with my homework, Mary?
Lights flooded on, and in came Dad, who said, "Curiously enough, that's the 13th sweet-related dream you've had since 19...
These are the correct words.
Lights flooded on, and in came Dad. Are you all right? Not worrying about tomorrow in the school team?
Frederick Motson is possibly the only boy in the world who wears sheepskin pyjamas.
I've never seen the magazine before in my life.
His mother says he can stay. And so, at the end of that round, David's team have 7 and Gary's team have 7. It's time for our regulars to touch up the famous as we play Phill the Sportsman. David and Lee, it's you up first, if you'd like to take your blindfolds. They have 90 seconds to work out the identity of a mystery sports star without the use of their eyes. Okay, ready? Can we have our first mystery guest, please? Okay, your 90 seconds start now.
Oh. It's Lee. Hang on.
Is that you again?
No, it's Harrier.
Oh, what was that? Here, Dave.
Yep.
Cricket.
No, don't ask me.
You're in trouble, mate.
Hang on.
Oh, what was that? Am I all
What
right?
have you found, Mr. Gower?
Lee, come here, so I think I found something.
What, is it you?
Oh, no, it's a bra strap.
Dave. A bra strap?
Yeah, but I'll give you a clue. It is a bra strap, but it isn't Mike Gatting.
Hang on, is it? Let's do a quick feel. Is it Jeanette Britain? Is it...
Quack, quack.
who else do we know? Karen Smithers?
Very long name.
What?
Long name.
What is it? Rachel? Is it Rachel?
Yeah.
From it's Theo.
Hello. Yes, indeed.
Is it?
I've lost one gun up.
Do
you have any collection?
Oh, yeah, could I?
You never get all of this in there, sweetheart.
I like it in series one.
Okay, Gary, Rory. Blindfolds.
Lee, give us here, give us here.
Bandits, 4 o'clock, bandits, 4
Give us
o'clock.
here, Lee. Just chuck it over.
Luke, I am your father. Luke.
Okay, blindfolds on. Can I have our second mystery guest, please? Okay, your 90 seconds start now.
About 3 people came on. Oh, is that you? No, it's not me. Oh. It could be Jeremy Irons doing one of his great performances.
Garage, do you want a clue?
It's not a real person, is it?
I'll give you a clue.
Well done.
Gary, from what we've heard tonight, you've given a run for your money.
Ah, thanks. Well, down here there's a waxwork of Ronnie Corbett. It must be.
It's me.
It must be.
It's not moving its legs. It's not David Gow, is it?
It's got to be Linford, hasn't it?
Got to be, isn't it?
It's, yeah, the Madame Tussauds. Yeah, so thank you to Madame Tussauds. It's the Madame Tussauds waxwork of Linford CHRISTIE. Well done, that's 3 points to you. And so at the end of that round, David's team have 10 and Gary's team have 10. We finish as ever with the spit roasting, deep fat frying name game. The team in the lead goes first. Well, we're level, but Gary's winning on games, so you go first. And this week the answers are all the names of horses. David's team get Derby winners and Gary gets Grand National winners. So here's a packet of Grand National winners for you, Rory. And your 90 seconds starts now.
Famous Grand National winner.
Red Rum.
Red Rum, correct.
Hold on.
The clothing industry, what they call it in Cockney.
Rag trade.
Oh, yeah, rag trade. French for snail.
Let's go.
To do with kings and queens, adjective.
Royalty.
Royal.
Regal.
Royal. Do. And what you get in the sun, not the newspaper, the...
Tits.
You go brown, it's a Royal Tan. Royal Tan, yeah.
Royal Tits.
Labour is one, Conservative is one.
Party politics.
Very good, yes. A savage male from an Indonesian island.
The wild man of Borneo.
You know Arnold Brown, the comedian? Arnold Brown, you know.
Yeah.
His catchphrase.
Oh, why not?
Correct. Very good, eh? Very good. It's a colour, communist colour.
Red.
And it's what they call a crocodile in the Western
Red
Hemisphere.
alligator.
Yeah. This I think it's a dog food, actually.
Chum.
Probably is a dog food now.
No, wait, no.
It's senor in Spanish, senor.
Mister.
Mister. And when you're, you know, a bit sort of lively and sexy and, you know.
Mr. Hurst.
Mr. Brisk, that's right. It's the opposite of goodbye Beano.
Hello, Dandy.
Yeah, there we go. A great horse, fantastic horse, trained by David Ellsworth, very good. Same Christian name as Beardsley.
Peter.
Same surname as Beardsley.
Beardsley.
No, sort of,
So you've moved on to 20, you need 10 to draw level, Lee. Don't forget you've got Derby winners.
Derby winners.
And your 90 seconds start
Could be a long 90 seconds. You ready?
Oh, where is it gone? It is like with Lord Lucan and stuff. Horse.
SHERGAR.
Correct. Here's one
I didn't know we'd started.
Here's one I prepared earlier. That programme.
Chicken casserole?
Correct. Round nose scissors, sticky back plastic.
Blue Peter.
Correct. I think it was a ballet dancer as well.
NIJINSKY.
Yes. You eat it and it's like spaghetti, but it isn't. And it's
Bolognese.
Well, no, the other one.
Ravioli.
No, sort
Macaroni?
of. Correct. What you've got under the desk.
Manuel?
No, it's, first word is you make a telephone call. And the second word is not a
20
man.
cent cheap on Mercury.
Correct. Second one is not a man, but a younger version of a man.
Boy.
Correct. So
4 points.
Correct. What you've got under the desk.
I thought it couldn't it?
Second word, Richard Lionheart was one of these.
King.
No, he used to, what he did.
Crusader.
Yeah, and the first word, Richard Lionheart, probably was one of them as well. Because he liked the...
Crusader. What?
Happy. Not,
Oh,
you know,
merry.
homosexual.
Merry.
Why did he start with that?
It comes down the chimney every year.
Father Christmas.
No, it's my Uncle Charlie. in
Happy
his
Santa
videos.
Claus.
What we all do eventually. You did it with cricket, you did it on TV, Phill did it with comedy, Gary did it with whinging. It's, last word is, I want to live forever, I want to learn how to fly. That record, where that show came from. Correct. And this one is, you're upper class and I'm as much.
Fame.
I'm something as much.
Oh, right.
Correct.
So at the end of that round, David's team have 18 and Gary's team have 20, and the overall winner is Gary with 5 games to 2 in the series. My thanks to David, Lee and Nick, Gary, Rory and Phill. My name's Nick Hancock. They think it's all over, and for this series, it is now.
In fact, it's not quite over. Edited high.